Clinton Jaws here, another depot tip. I've done a few. I promised I would do more. I'm going to do more, and this will be depot tip number 4. And I got this idea because I got a comment on one of my depot tip videos from a police officer, Richard Mills. And he left a comment, and it was something like, "Here's a tip, don't be a snowflake at depot." And it made me laugh. And I thought, yeah, I got to do a video on that because that is so true. And that's a good tip. So what I did, I remember in 2008, I watched a great documentary. It was called Mounties Under Fire. They went to depot. They interviewed cadets. They talked about everything about the RCMP. It wasn't positive. A lot of it was negative. A lot of it I didn't agree with. Some I did. It was really interesting documentary. And I remember one kid named Alex was on there, and he always stuck out in my mind. I was like, dude, why are you doing that at depot? Don't do that at depot. And I'm going to show you a clip of that because I found the documentary. I spent 6 or 7 hours on the computer trying to find this documentary. You can't find it anywhere. Helen Slinger, who lives in Vancouver, I got her contact information. She created it. And she gave me a disc. She mailed it to me, Mounties Under Fire. And thanks, Helen. I watched the whole thing. I actually did a video on it. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it. It's over an hour long. Don't know if I'm allowed to show it, but great documentary. And I hope I can share it with you guys one day. But I'm going to show you a clip of it. But I also want to stick up for this cadet. He does some things that they were interviewing him, the CBC documentary people, and he might have got caught up a little bit in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start this clip off with, it's not about drill, okay? But I'm going to start off a clip of the drill. Just a short little clip. And then we're going to get to Alex.
Together, your hands are down in the fist. At your side, heels together. I'm not the amazing Kreskin. Who are you, cadet?
Cadet Manuel, Constable.
What troop is this?
Troop 35.
Really? How many cadets do you have in this troop?
30.
Really? We'll see about that. Is this your roll call?
Yes, Constable.
Let's see about that. Were we missing somebody here?
No, Constable.
Why are you here by yourself?
I was told to have a space between myself and the troop, Constable.
Really? Is that to fit your ego in there, perhaps? Get over there. You're part of this team. You're not an individual marker. You're supposed to lead by example. That's to be part of your unit.
It was certainly more intense.
Anyways, I just want to tell you, oh man, God, I love drill. Drill brought you together. Drill was a great experience. Drill was about attention to detail. You know, how do you put your hands and how do you do that? And working with the troop and working with your team. Attention to detail, then you go out on the streets, you become a cop, and attention to detail, right? Investigations need attention to detail. This video is not about drill, but I can't stop talking about drill. So you seen him screaming and yelling, right? You seen the drill constable screaming and yelling at you. Some people didn't like that.
Everyone down for push-ups until I tell you to stop, except for Manuel. How come not only seconds ago you were smirking at me?
Really, in the field, you're going to get screamed at. You're going to want to say things that you should not say. So they're training you to be professional and all those types of things. Troop!
Everyone will quickly come to see drill for what it is, a combination of self-control training and performance art.
You better get motivated, people, or this is going to be a very grievous 24 weeks for you. If you think that you're not going to be under time constraints in the field, you better give your head a shake. Some of you people have made career mistakes. Maybe you should just go home.
Alex has no concerns about the physical demands, but he's increasingly troubled by some of what happens when the camera isn't around. Teaching methods he finds degrading.
When I feel that really they yell just for the purpose of yelling and that they don't have any teaching skills and the way...
Okay. They're not yelling for the purpose of yelling. He doesn't like the yelling. Don't be like this at Depot, guys, okay? Don't complain at Depot.
When I feel that really they yell just for the purpose of yelling and that they don't have any teaching skills and the way they treat other people, it kind of bothers me for the whole days. I'm ready to give everything I have intellectually and physically. But if I have to witness anything that I don't like, without any doubt, I will leave. I'm not someone who will make compromise.
Okay. Alex had a problem, and I'm not beating up on Alex, but Alex had a problem. Part of me thinks that maybe Alex isn't old enough. Wasn't old enough to go to Depot. You got to be mature. You got to be able to take it. You got to be able to take the yelling and the screaming. You have to. That's all part of it. You're not being hired as a video store manager. You're being hired as a police officer. They do these things for a reason. They want you to be a certain way. They are training you. They're training your mind and your body. You can't take it personally that they're yelling at you. There's reasons for it. Alex didn't like it, and I think we got more Alex here.
Yep.
You know, I really hope it cools off in the evening so I can sleep.
Quitting training and going home early is a torturous decision.
Don't do it. Don't go home early. Finish training.
Whether you're pushed or decide on your own, it's the end of a dream. Throughout the winter, several cadets do resign for a variety of reasons. One is lost to the clash between tomorrow's RCMP culture and today's.
It's as if you want to break people and then rebuild them. I can understand this for 20 years old cadets. But
Wrong thing to think, okay? It doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, 50.
But at my age, I don't feel that I need somebody to break me. It's because I'm like this that you wanted me.
Well, see, not exactly, okay? You got to be able to handle it. You got to handle Depot. You got to be able to handle the yelling and the screaming. It's really not all about yelling and screaming. It's not what it's about. I really feel like he might have got caught up with this documentary, and that's why he went home.
Alex Rouhani is just one guy, but still a real loss because of his business degree, martial arts training, 4 languages, and French-Iranian roots. And also because he has most of the leadership qualities the RCMP is seeking, including the courage to speak up.
Well, yeah, that's a
He
good
was
one.
always a positive.
Anyways, what's my point? Okay, Depot, don't be a snowflake at Depot. Don't complain at Depot. Depot doesn't care about your feelings. Do not draw attention to your... It takes you so long to get there. And you're going to leave because you don't like how you're being treated or how you're being spoken to? No. They're trying to turn you into a police officer. It's like any other job. It's nothing like any other job. It's about teaching you to be on time, teaching you attention to detail, teaching you Monday to Friday, it is go, go, go like you won't believe. When Friday hits, you're like, what? It feels like the week goes in a few hours. The week is unbelievable. Boom, 1 week gone. Boom, 2 weeks gone. And when I started my first shift, when I worked my first shift, my first block after Depot, I realized what Depot was doing. Because my first shift, 12-hour shift, gone. Just like that. It was just like Depot. It felt like you were only working. You wouldn't believe it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. The day went by so quickly. That's why you're doing so much shit at Depot. Running around like an idiot. Trying to get everything done. Because that's what it's like being a cop, being on shift. Depot makes you ready to be a cop. It prepares you to be a cop. There's certain reasons why they do what they do. It's not designed to make you a snowflake. Don't ever complain. Of course, if something really crazy happens, you complain. But don't ever complain at depot that, yeah, I don't really like you yelling at me. I don't like how you're treating me. They're not interested. You're going to draw attention to yourself. I drew attention to myself. I refused to cut my hair for the first couple of weeks. And they all knew who I was. That wasn't very smart of me. You don't want them really knowing who you are. You don't want to stand out. And that's why I said earlier, you know, don't be the right marker, right? Depot's already hard enough. You don't have to be the right marker. You know, there's a lot of people that think if you're the right marker, hey, I get to go where I want to go. I'm going to be the right marker and I'm going to put down a choice and I'm going to get that choice. Don't believe that. Okay? My right marker, you know where he went? He went to Boyle.
Boyle! Alberta!
You think he wrote down Boyle as a choice? What's Boyle? Could you imagine? Could you imagine you're the right marker and they tell you you're going to Pimple, New Brunswick? He didn't get what he wanted. A lot of people don't get what they want when they're the right marker. So don't make depot. I know I'm supposed to come on here and go, yeah, be the right marker, be a leader and all that, but I'm just telling you the truth. It's something you don't want to do, and you don't want to be in band either, okay? Don't tell them you know how to play the drums and the trumpet. I'll get into band later, but if you're a snowflake, if you think you're going to have a problem with authority, then maybe you're too young in the head to go to depot. You gotta embrace the yelling, guys. You gotta embrace being spoken to like that. They talk to everybody like that. You gotta be able to take it. Not much of a tip, I don't think, but that's all I wanted to say about that. And thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.